questions. I think I'll ask that same question who you collaborated with, rather than me listing for you to say I played, and then you can just kind of say I played with so and so and so and so. So, is that okay? All right. So, I'm here with DC legend Daryl Davis. And Daryl, I was going to ask you, can you just list some of the great collaborations that you've had over the years?
Oh my goodness. Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley's Jordanaires, the Drifters, the Platters, the Coasters, the Shirelles, the legendary blues band, Pine Top Perkins, Johnny Johnson. Probably the most influential person that I've worked with, I worked with him on and off for 32 years, is the great Chuck Berry, because he founded a whole genre of music known as rock and roll. And when I first saw Chuck Berry and saw Elvis Presley, my first goal was to see them in concert, and I accomplished that. And then my goal was I want to meet them. Of course, that's a little harder.
Yeah.
But I managed to do that with both of them. And despite the fact that I couldn't play, but I was so enthused by this that I wanted to play because of that influence they had over me musically. So I learned how to play. I taught myself how to play originally by ear, and then I went to college and got my degree in music. And in order to learn how to play those styles, you had to listen to what they listened to. That's where rock and roll came from. So I listened to the gospel, I listened to the blues, I listened to country. Now, so I went back and then moved forward.
Wow, could you play a little for us right now?
Like some blues, some
like
rock and roll, some boogie woogie, what?
In the style of Chuck Berry, from kind of the roots of
Chuck Berry, with that backbeat, that locomotive rhythm.
A lot of people don't know about your history befriending members of the KKK. And this is a remarkable story. And could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, what happened was one day I was playing in a country band. In 1983, there had been a country music revival or resurgence with the movie Urban Cowboy with Mechanical Bull and line dances and stuff. So I joined a country band. And country and blues are the exact same music, the same three chords. And it's society that tries to, if you will, segregate them. But it's the same music, and we borrow from each other. So I was in this country bar, and this white gentleman walked up to me after I finished playing a set and told me how much he enjoyed my music. And then he made the remark that this was the first time he'd ever heard a black man play piano like Jerry Lee Lewis.
Wow.
And I was not, I was not offended, but I was taken aback, like surprised, like, didn't he know? And I went on to try to explain to him the origin of Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis learned that style from black blues and boogie woogie piano players. That's where rockabilly rock and roll came from.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't buy it. I told the man I knew Jerry Lee Lewis personally. He told me himself he didn't buy that. But he wanted to buy me a drink. So he bought me a drink, and it turns out he was a member of the Ku Klux Klan. And he and I became very good friends. And eventually he gave up the Klan, and now I have his robe and hood hanging in my closet. And, it was music that brought us together. You got the blues, like say something like this. Now take that same thing, okay? That's called a shuffle. And you speed it up and put a backbeat to it. Well, come on over, baby. Oh, like shaking on. I said, come on over, baby. Hey.
back today from, where were you? You were with some.
Well, I was down south, Montgomery, Alabama, Harrison, Arkansas, right outside St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee. I was meeting with various members of the Ku Klux Klan and leaders and neo-Nazis.
What do you talk about when you're with them?
A lot. We talk about, why they're in these organizations. What are they trying to do? What are their goals? What are they trying to accomplish? And they all stand for, we want to make a better America. Well, so do I.
Yeah.
So why can't we do it together?
Yeah.
So that's basically what the conversations are about.
Do you ever feel afraid? Do you ever feel intimidated being in these places?
No, I mean I have experienced danger before, absolutely. But no, I'm not afraid.
Well, thank you. Thank you for keeping these conversations going, and it's just an honor to have you here today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having
Daryl.
me.
Let's give it up for Daryl Davis.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.